Alrighty, can everybody hear me? We'll get this show started. There's a few stragglers coming. Alrighty. Well, welcome to another exciting filled Twitch show. Sorry for last week. We had tons of rain where I live. There was floods, and so it was rained out. So today we are going to talk about Imperial City, which is now referred to as IC. So, there is so much information on Imperial City that this show will probably be broken up in two parts. Today will be the first part. And then the next week, I'll do the second part, the things that I missed. The goal of this show is to basically show you how you compare yourself for IC coming out and also be ready to make money. So, without further ado, we are going to just go into many different, there seem kind of random little subjects of IC. Basically, I picked out certain areas of Imperial City where you'll need to where you will need to one second. We always love glitches. Everybody does. Alright, and let's see if that goes live. Oh, cool. Hey, Dustinova. Alrighty. Just setting up my tune over on the test server here. Real quickly. Alright, well, let's just dive in. So I picked different subjects. We're going to kind of bounce around, but there's a method to most of my madness. I wouldn't say all my madness, but most. So first of all, let's talk about the most important thing you need to make gold in Imperial City. This is so important that I'm going to play this segment. It's kind of funny, but then we're going to go back to it because really got to drive the point home about this one area. So, take away. Hello everybody, today I'm excited that we are going to go out and we are going to find another person we can help. You know those people, they pick up a stone, they put it in their bag, and they never get rid of it. You know what I'm talking about. It's time for Imperial Horse. Wait a minute, I had George make these up. It's time for Imperial Hoarders. And today we have found a gal who needs our help. And there she is. Please, tell us what's your problem. My problem is that I picked something up, I just put it in my bag and I just never get rid of it. It just sits there for such a long time. Then when I'm fighting with my sword, what happens is you know, loot drops, and I bad people have to wait until I delete something. I just don't know what to get rid of. Can you help me? Well, I tell you what, we're gonna help you. We're going to do 500 different things. But first, we're going to do 3. The first thing we're going to do, you need to upgrade your bags. If you open your bags right now, you will see you're only at 163. That is not enough. You need bigger bags. And so, we have already given you 400,000 gold to get a bigger bag. It's very easy. Go over to that teller, talk to the teller, and there you go. Oh my gosh, this is so easy. It really is. Now, just keep buying your bags.
Sometimes I wonder.
Now, as she's doing this,
Sometimes I wonder.
it's very important to note that the bags go into this order. 60 is the start, then goes 70, then 80 space, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, and 140. The 130 and the 140 are brand new bag space. But crikeys, look at how expensive. 46K, 60.5K. Can you believe it? That Zos wants you to pay that much. But it's so important to get your bags clean. In IC, as we call it now, there are no nodes to harvest for your materials. The only way you get materials, or at least one of the best ways, is to find yourself either a mob to kill, or you could find one of the glowing chests. Anybody can see that chest. It pops up. It's easy to see. But here's the thing. You're going to have to break down the things you find in order to get the mats to get your armor crafted. To take that mats and sell it to make money. So if your bags are full, it's going to be awful. Beforehand, it was easy because you just go Craglorn and you just roam around and you just get tons and tons of void and they stack. Well, armor doesn't stack. So that is why it's important to clean your bags, to get them empty, to buy the biggest bags you can get, to feed your horse or your pony or your cat, to make sure that you have the space. Now let's go back to her bags. Let's see how poorly they are. First, you can see to even search through her bags, it's a headache. Look at this. You're trying to find something, you're waiting, you're in a group, you're waiting for this gal to, find something, and she just keeps going, give me just one more second, I'm just looking. I mean, it's amazing. She even starts sounding different. Well, here's the thing. She needs 2 add-ons. And I'm going to show you what add-ons they are. The first add-on is advanced filters. That's what she'll need. She'll need advanced filters. Advanced filters going to keep her organized. Second is Bank Manager. Bank Manager, if you're not using it, then you're spending way too much time at your bank. The great thing about Bank Manager is you go, you talk to the bank, and you can click one button, have things programmed, and automatically send it. So let's go back to her bags, and let's see what the difference will make with these two add-ons. No, I don't sound like I have a Australian accent or British. I think I'm doing just the one. Oh, I'm trying. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm back. Now, she has downloaded those two add-ons. And take a look now. She can go through her bags in a reasonable way, but they're still full of crap. There's just so much here that we need to get rid of. We need to get her to have them gone, so she would have empty bags. Now listen, gonna show you the Bank Manager. It is a fantastic tool, and it's one that I recommend everyone using, and it's so easy to use. Step 1, you go to a bank.
There's a lot
Step
of
2, you listen them to say the same boring speech every single time. Step 3, if you see, I have a chest right here. I can click it and things are automatically programmed are going to go into the bank or stay in my bags. Let me show you what I have set. Under Settings, under Add-ons, you can set profiles and all that if you like for different ones, but this is what you do. Blacksmithing. She needs to put her blacksmithing upgrade materials in the bank. She needs to put the material in the bank. Raw things, she can keep in her inventory, but she'll have to deal with it. Clothing is exactly the same way. And it's this easy to just click and do. Look at this. I mean, this is remarkable. Provisioning. So very important. Her provisioning ingredients needs to go in the bank. But also she needs to get rid of a lot of provisioning. Enchanting.
Don't draw a weapon unless you
Enchanting, if she's not an enchanter, they need to get out of her inventory. They need to go into the bank. If she's not an enchanter, she needs to sell them. Alchemy, same way. And then others, look at this. Style motifs, bank. Weapon traits, bank. Armor, bank. Disguises, bank. Bait can stay in inventory. Repair kits, stay in inventory. Door repairs, bank. Lockpicks, inventory. Potions, bank. Actually should be inventory on that one. Racial motifs, bank. You see, it's just so easy to set all this up. And once you set this up, watch what happens. So now she goes.
There's a lot of uncertainty in Belcom.
Her bag space right now is 145. We click this. It went down a whole space, which means her bag space is so bad that we're gonna have to do a major workover, because you can see all these things stacked in her inventory. So join us in just a moment. We're going to take her. We're going to do a makeover. We're going to clean her bags so she's ready for IC when it comes out. Please tune in again. My name is Crikey. Hello all, we're back. My name's Crikey. Now listen, we took her. We told her to get the maximum bags. Horses are going to take a little bit. It's just great she'll have time before IC comes out to upgrade her horse to max. And look what she has now. She's only using 20 spaces. 20 spaces. 6 of those spaces are the food so she can do her writs for provisioning. Other spaces are some bait, so if she wants to do fishing. You have food, you have drink, you have XP, you have pots, and so forth. Now most people can't live just with 20 items. They need a little bit more, and that's fine. You can go up to at least 30. But you should try to get all what you need on that tune with only 30 slots. If you do that, what's going to happen is amazing. What's going to happen is, besides me changing accent every 5 seconds, what's going to happen is you'll have room. You'll have room for the loot. You won't worry about clicking that new barrel, because you're going to be wanting to click everything in IC. You're going to be wanting to click barrels, bags because they give the brand new water that's coming. You want to go ahead and open all those chests because they have the glass items in there, the fragments that you got put together. You're going to be wanting it because you're going to need the new mats, which right now, if they don't change it, it's 50. Well, sorry, it's 15 to make a V15 armor, and it's 150 mats needed to make one V16 item. That's a lot. So thank you today for joining. It's time for Imperial Hoarders. Next week we are going to go after the worst hoarder of all. And you'll have to wait till next week to find who that is. If it's you, we're coming to you to help you. Thank you all. Have a crikey good day. Okay, I know that was a long thing, but the thing I want to get across is, in the past, you could go ahead and, harvest the nodes, and the nodes would give you the ore that you need, and they would stack. Well, in Imperial City, that's not how you're going to get your mats, because there are no nodes. We won't have any new nodes until the next DLC, which is in about 4 months. So if your bags are full, like normally most people's bags are, what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to get that piece of loot that you could deconstruct and make your money. Remember, these are all tips and tricks on how to make gold. And it's going to be important because there's all new mats and more things. So we are going to go right to the next segment. If you have any questions, always feel you can type it in chat and I will get to them. We are now going into crafting. Water! Water! We gotta go back! Gotta go back! Water! Okay everyone, it's time to talk about crafting and the changes that they have done in the next DLC. Okay, basically they've increased the skills in every tree but provisioning. They haven't touched provisioning, but all the other ones they have. So let's just take a look at alchemy. Well, they haven't changed anything on the low end. So I'm just going to keep upgrading here. Alrighty, now we're at V10 water. V10 water is brand new. It's Stardew. Now, the thing about Stardew is everybody's going to be clamoring and wanting the new V15 water, but it's only in Imperial City. So you're going to have to go around, try not get ganked, clicking bags, and try to get that water. Comes off random bags. It's not too bad to collect, but if you get ganked, you're not going to get any. So the great thing about the V10 water is it drops in Craglorn. So what this means is you could go to Craglorn, like my tune is here, and just click pure water, and instead of cloud mist now, boom, you get Stardew. So what you can do is, before you even put your toe into Imperial City, I would walk around Craglorn and collect some water. Two reasons. One, it be better potions for your tune. Or two, because we want to make gold, people will buy V10 pots. They'll buy it and you can sell it, and in the beginning you'll be able to make some profit. Now, for those who think you can go ahead and just harvest the Craglorn water, I can tell you it doesn't change over. So you can't right now go harvest everything in Craglorn and then it changes. It doesn't work. I've tried it. So now let's go into blacksmithing. Blacksmithing, they've increased. So we have a new ore that we use. I'm just adding the points here. Wish I had some elevator music for you to listen to. Okay, we are now at the new one right here, and that's the new ore. This ore is used to make V15 and V16 armor. Now here's the important thing about this. To make a V15 armor set, you only need 15 of this new ore. That's it. But in order to make V16 armor piece, it takes 150. 150. That is a lot of ore. So you're going to get people in the future who's going to say, "Hey dude, can you make me a V16 armor set?" And you're going to have to go, "Yeah, do you have the ore?" They're going, yeah, I have some. I want a full set." And yeah, you're going to go, "Well, that's 150 per piece. Oh, I got 5. Okay, that's not going to work." So what this means is V16 crafted armor sets, it's going to take a lot to make. So there's 3 ways you can get this ore. First way, there is no nodes. There's no nodes at all. So repeat after me, no nodes. They don't exist. So you only get it one from deconstructing the 15 and 16 armor. Right now, they originally said only in Imperial City. But if they're increasing the dungeons outside Imperial City to pass, V14 to higher, then you should be able to deconstruct those things. As soon as I know, I'll get you all that information, because that's going to be very big in farming. So in order to make your most money, you may want to just go ahead and try an old dungeon that's been upgraded and just see if you deconstruct it, do you get the new ore? Because if you do, that's going to make you a lot of money. Second way is the new Tel's stones, or I just call them stones. Those new stones that you get for killing NPCs, and you get if you kill, a person and they have stones and you take their stones, you can use those to buy the material. But it takes 80 stones for one material. That's still quite expensive. The third way, which I think is pretty good, is your hireling. If you put 3 points into your hireling will return the new mats to you. So we'll go clothing, and it's pretty much the same. Start with level 1. If anyone wants to see what level 1 is, there's level 2, so forth. Not really level 2, but So here we go. Alright, the new one is there. So those are your two, medium and light. And it's the same thing. You want to get your hireling, and the same 3 ways you get it. Remember, no nodes. And woodworking is exactly the same. There you go. And the new one. And once again, put 3 in your hireling. So, want to reiterate, V15 armor is 15 mats per piece. V16 armor is 150 per piece. So realize those are the numbers. Very important for people to understand that concept. That also tells you how you can make money. People are going to be wanting mats, and they're going to need a lot of them. So you're going to be able to sell your mats that you get for a pretty good price, and it should stay pretty good for a while. And that brings me right circle back to the bag things. Remember why you want your bags empty is because beforehand you would go to a node and they would stack. Well, armor doesn't stack. So you need to have a least amount of bag space in order so you can fill it with armor, so you can deconstruct it and either make yourself the new V16 armor or sell the mats and make some money. Now enchanting's the same way. They've upped it. And through the hireling of the enchanter, you do get also the new mats. Now the crazy thing about the new mats on the enchanter is they're still really, really, really expensive, the stones wise. So you see, vet rank 16 and 15. So one enchanting glyph costs like 800 stones. It's crazy right now, and I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. Just gonna log this tune off and log my other tune in. Okay, I'm logging in my naked tune. Hopefully he'll log in. There are merchants you can use your stones to buy gear. I'll be going over those merchants. Alright, we are in. Just going to run my tune to the place, and I just ran backwards. Always good when you're doing these to run exactly where you should. Alrighty. Here's the merchant. You can see you can buy tiers for 40 stones. You can buy all your mats. Wood is 100. Oh, it looks like they're all 100, so they even went up in price. But look at this. 10. Improvement 10, which would be V16, and 15, 800 stones. So, I mean, you can see how expensive things are going to be for people spending their stones. So, in the future, will it be smart to turn your stones into mats? I don't know yet. Depends on how many stones you really can accumulate and how quickly, and also the market value of the mats. Turn your stone. Okay, for crafting, provisioning. Provisioning has not changed at all. It is the same. In order to get new recipes, all you need to do is go around and click bags and things, and you may be able to find yourself a recipe in one. And there's Lotus. A really good place that I like is over here. You can, by the way, in this, I'm just in the sewers where you start off, and it's big, really big. Okay, there's the banker. But if you look around, there's more food areas. They do have brand new food though it doesn't take any additional skills to make. But they do have 15th level food. Oh, there's a bag. So there's one. Hey, look, I got a new recipe. So can't describe it. Oh yeah, I can. There we go. Boom. Just picked up a new recipe. It's green. A bag. So there's one. Hey. Oh, there it is. A lot of time, this wardrobe is a great place to pick up more recipes. But it's all over the place, and this is a safe place I'm in right now. So that's it for the basics of the crafting. Now we'll go over a few more things. Alrighty. The whole point of that is in Craglorn, there's brand new water. You want to go there first before going into Imperial City. If you don't have Imperial City, you can still get the Craglorn water. You can still make V10 pots and you can still make gold from them. So that's one of the ways. If Imperial City is locked down and it's just miserable, go out to Craglorn, get some water. The second thing is about those writs. You remember, you'll see in a minute why you want to do your blacksmithing, clothing, and woodworking writs right now. So we're just going to go further on. It all connects at the end. So now we are going to go into the new glass armor. Many of you have taken my advice with the provisioning, and you made money. The people, and that's the whole reason I started doing these Twitch shows. I was like, wow, I helped these few people. Well, I could have probably helped a lot more make money, because those recipes from provisioning writs have gone from 250k to 200k. Now they're down to about 30k. Well, glass armor fragments, it's going to be kind of the same way. I don't think it's going to reach 200. I think it's going to start off probably about 100k. We'll have to see how rare they are. I know somebody on tests who said he ran 60 writs and he got 0 fragments. So now let's go into glass armor. All glass armor is a new style that I tried to look on the web to find a really good picture, and every picture I found was just kind of a mock-up of what they thought it was going to be, early sketches. I know it's supposed to be translucent, and I believe it's green, but that's pretty much most people know on the glass. So I don't know if Zoss is still just trying to work out the bugs or what, but let's go into glass armor. And of course, who could tell us about glass armors but George? Now it's time for Easy Things with George.
Hi everybody. I'm here to tell you how to make glass armor. It's really easy. All you do is take the one thing and then the other thing, combine that thing, and then you go ahead and you get a chest and you get that thing combined with that thing, and then you get so many of the things, then you make your armor.
George, it doesn't sound like you know exactly how to do it.
Well, that could be, but alright, you tell me.
Okay, George.
Oh, wait a minute, there's words on my screen.
Yes, George, I put them there. Here we go. All you have to do is get fragments from doing daily writs of blacksmithing, clothing, and woodworking. And those fragments are tradable.
That's kind of like the provisioning ones?
Yes, George. That's the most intelligent thing I've ever heard you say. Yes, all you need to do is do those writs, and from those writs, you will get fragments. Now, you need 10 fragments in order to create one page.
Wait a minute. You didn't tell me there'd be on the math. You didn't tell me.
It's okay, George. You take 10 fragments. You combine it with a resin. That only costs 25k.
25k? That's a lot of chickens.
Yes, it is, George. But you take your 10 fragments plus 25k, which is the price for the resin, bought from a mystic, and it turns into a page. It's kind of like the Dwemer motif. There are 15 pages you'll need for a full set. Now, right now, pages you cannot trade to anybody. It's possible Zoss may change that. I don't know. So, 150 fragments equals 15 pages. So you're going to need about 375k gold to make an entire set.
What? Oh, my head is a bit woozy. Sorry. So that's it? Then I can make the armor?
Well, not exactly. That just allows you to be able to have the patterns to make the armor.
Okay.
You need...
more words. I didn't know this was going to be a math contest.
Okay, George. After you learn the pages, you will get shards.
What? What do you mean? Say that again.
Okay, you learn the pages. You will need to find shards. They can be found in treasure chests around the world. Chests with more durable and difficult locks are more likely to contain them. Treasure maps are more likely to contain them also. And their treasure chests just not in Imperial City, but around Imperial.
All levels?
Yes, all levels.
Okay. So that's all I need then, and I can make the thing?
Well, not exactly.
Okay. This is getting a bit confusing.
Well, just stay with me, George. I'm guiding you through this. So, once you have those fragments, you'll need 10 fragments, and what you do is you refine them into one block of ore, malachite ore, and then you can use that to make the armor.
This is all very confusing. Why didn't Zalt just make it a little bit easier?
Well, that's a good question.
My head again. Can you get these words off? Cause they're really making my days.
Okay, George, hold on one second. I can do that for you just like magic.
Oh, thank you. So there must be a way. I'm dizzy again. Man, sorry about that. Was a cheese burrito I ate.
That's okay, George. So, you want to know how you make money? Well, it's simple. Kind of. The fragments you get from Ritz can be sold to people. People will buy them. That's step one. Step two, the shards before you refine them can be traded to people as well.
So they're kind of like rolls?
To people.
Yes,
people
that's
will
a
buy
great
them.
way.
George, you are just
That's
so
step one.
much on ball today. Step
The rolls
two,
are which you would
the
need,
shards
which would be
before you
found
refine
in
them
chests all over
can
the
be
place.
traded to people as well.
Okay. So they're
my
kind of
head.
like rolls?
Yes.
So once I do all this, I can make the glass armor?
Correct.
You got a picture?
Well, that's the problem. I've done some research, and every picture I found seems not to be correct on glass armor. There are many different variations, so until it becomes live, we kind of don't know why, how it's going to look and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. But you know a trick. I know you. You have a trick.
Well, yes I do. Right now, here's the trick. And remember, this could be one of those squirrel things. If you do your blacksmithing, clothing, and woodworking writs right now, and you do not open your reward from the writ, just hold on to them. You can stack them in your bank, you can stack them in your bag. If you do this, and then once Icy goes live, then you just open all of them, it's possible you will already have fragments just waiting for you. And the first person to sell those fragments is going to make the most money. This is the same tip I gave people about provisioning. And people had made a lot of money. This is how people got ahead of the game. And this is how people got their whole recipe in just a few days. Was because of doing this. So once again, do your writs now, as high writ as you can, and save the reward. Don't even open the container. Just keep it on your tune or in your bank, and just let them stack up. And that's it. And you will have a chance of making quite a bit of money from the fragments, because it's going to take a lot of fragments, you remember, to make this armor set. And from what I've been told, and there's an armor set that kind of looks like it on test, and if it is it, it's gorgeous. It's a reflective green armor. The only thing is, the one on test is a reflectant red armor, so maybe it's just dyed differently. I don't know. Like I said, I couldn't find exactly what the glass armor looks. Possibly someone out there has a picture and could post it. Be great. But once again, this is a way to make money. So, the other way to make money is to open chests with maps. You remember it said that those shards are going to be found in chests that, you know, bear chance if you have a map. Cyrodiil maps. You remember those, you know, from doing the dolmens and things like that. Those things will do really, really well. And you'll get the shards and you can sell those. So those are ways you can make money off of the glass. So once again, hold on. Do your writs. Do them as high as you can. And yes, the last question answered. So far, the writs do not change. There's no writs using V15 or V16 mats. They're still using the old mats. I don't think that's going to change because on how much mats you're going to need total. So George, I hope this was very simple. And yeah. I don't feel so good. Yes, I know, George. It's very confusing. I don't think Zos could have made a more confusing motif.
Well, isn't there another one?
Yes, there is. The other one, you're going to get the recipe off of the chests that are in the trophy rooms. And we'll cover trophy rooms in another segment.
Okay. So, nobody wants to see my toe?
No, George. Still nobody wants to see your toe.
Alright, fine. Well, what was that?
George, you're okay?
Oh, yeah, I thought I saw a mouse. Well, I gotta go now. So, I'll see ya in my head.
Well, George, as always, it's great to have you.
Oh, I'm dizzy again.
Alright, George. Well, thank you for teaching us the easy way to do glass motif. Okay, so you saw with the glass motif, it's rather complex on how you do it. But the great point is this. And we can just go to a blank screen and go over a few points. So one, you remember you get the fragments from daily blacksmithing, cloth, and woodworking. Remember, you can do those writs right now, get the reward, but don't open it. I've tested this out on tests and it works. You'll have a chance of getting fragments right off the bat. This is how people did get their provisioning recipes done, like in the first 2 days. They had tons and tons and tons of provisioning writs already finished with a reward. Remember, you can sell the fragments, so that's very important. Okay, next thing is to remember the second part. We'll go there. When you're in Imperial City, you will find the shards, but they're also in treasure chests all over the world. So let's go to another motif, and that is a really cool looking one. I wish I had a picture for you of it, but this one is in the treasure vaults, and we are going to go over the treasure vaults. There's a polymorph that turns you into one, but there's also stuff to get as a motif, and you can make the armor yourself. So anyways, sorry about that. Believe it or not, my wife came in here to fart. If you heard that, I apologize. Now she's laughing in the other room. I'm a professional. So, she's gone. Yay! Anyway, we are now going to talk about treasure vaults. Treasure vaults are only in IC. They are nowhere else. And in the treasure vaults, well, let's just go and see what's in the treasure vaults. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, orcs and elves, we are here to reward the trophy for the best Twitch show of the year of 2015. The runners-ups are Deltia, shaving his head. Yay, Deltia! Cypher, running PvP. Get back here, fool! I'm gonna kill you. Get back here! And of course, Code and his multi-talented show. Just makes me cry thinking about his shows. Anyway, can I have the envelope, please? And the winner is... it's Code! Code has won the 2015 trophy. Yay! Code! Yay! Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I think he eats frogs. Lots and lots of frogs. Well, Code, congratulations. Come up here. Well, Code, do you have a speech? Well, guys, you know me, I wouldn't even got George to write it. At first, hold on. Oh, Code is down. He's getting back up. Code, please give your speech. I like to thank first God, and I like to thank my mom. I like to thank Zos in making such a wonderful game that I could make these videos. I like to thank all the people who watch my Twitch show and felt something special inside, that I touched something special there. I like to thank all the people who donated, and I'll say their names. I like to thank the people who supported me and who've been there. I like to thank George.
Oh, was the motto?
I like to thank the Argonian.
Ah, yes, France.
I like to thank our newcomer, Miss Mary Bell.
I just can't believe it. You know, you won. I knew you would beat Delta. He just shaves his head and rates us fantastic. You know how to do things, but you give us the tips and tricks.
And I like to thank my wife putting up with me. I knew I wasn't going to cry, but, you know, it's just so touching. And I like to thank,
Uh-oh. And that's it. Code is gone.
Yay, code is gone.
Alrighty. All that nonsense is to tell you they put trophies into the game. Yay! Trophies that you have to collect. Yay! Trophies that you need 6 different types. Yay! Trophies that they only stack with their same types. Yay! So let's get into where are the trophy rooms. Here's a map of Imperial City. This is the upper portion, not the sewers. So you see you have your different districts. And it's just going to go through the different vaults and districts. Each one of those vaults is open by a specific trophy. And the trophy is named after the vault. They just drop off mobs. I would say within the district, but on tests I seem to get them in different places within different districts. There's some of the armor. We'll go back to it. You see your 3 crafting spots on this map. And there's one of the new sets of armor that you can craft. You can see Imperial City is a circle. Hard to get lost. Actually, it's pretty easy to get lost. Yep, you're going to see another set of armor coming up. Remember, there's 3 sets of armor you can craft. And coming up is another set of armor. Alright, so let's go into blank out this image and show one of the sets of armor. This is one of the sets you can make. Some interesting things about it. Let me bring up a different image. I picked the wrong image. Well, we'll start with this one. The Noble Conquest Armor. What I wanted to show you, you only need 5 traits to craft it. That's one important thing. Second important thing is, once again, to realize to make a V16 armor set, it takes 150 materials to make, like the breastplate. That's a lot of materials. So when someone goes, oh, please make me a full set of, V16 armor, you're going to have to ask them, do you have the mats? Because that's just going to be plain expensive to make. And that's why I call it my 150 rule. Because we're going to have to train people to realize that we're not going to have, tons and tons of materials just lying around. And they're going to start having to bring their own materials, or as crafters, we're going to have to up the price. Here's another set of armor. This set of armor requires 7 traits. And you can see it has max health, max stamina, max magicka. And once again, if you look to see under style, it says Charcoal of Remorse. That's the component you get once you've learned that ability. You have the chapters. And you get that from mobs. You also can buy it with your stones. So we go to another image, and this one is 9 traits. It's called the Armor Master, and this one probably tanks would want. When you have an armor ability slot, increases your max health by 5%. Well, that's the rank 15 one. So let's go on. So inside you'll find special treasure chests. To get into the vault, you need 60 of the correct type of trophy, 6 district vaults, and I've listed them right there. So you have the planar armor vault, legendary, monstrous tooth, clawed, ethereal vault, and bone shard. That was something I got from just the forums. It explains a little bit more. The main thing about vaults, what you gotta know is you need 60 trophies to open the vault. When you open the vault, you get to have chance at 1 chest. When you click that 1 chest, you have chance of epic gear, which is good, and you'll get a chance at maybe a new motif, the new X motifs, one of the chapters, or you can get, of course, more stones and things of that nature. Alright, the last thing we are going to talk about is stones. And that will conclude this broadcast after we go over stones. Let me get my tune logged in. And get it all set up here for you. Alright. Actually, right before stones, I wanted to show you one other thing that is brand new. And let me see if I have it on this tune. Probably have no bag space, because I've opened every little thing. By the way, if you want to go on test, you can see all the armor. Let me just switch out to my other tune real quick here. Once again, if you have any questions, you can always ask in chat. Wish I had some elevator music for you to listen to while we're waiting. Okay, what we want to talk about is new jewelry. Yes, they're giving us new jewelry. Yay! So let me show you the new jewelry off. You're going to have 3 types. As soon as my computer decides to load, I will show you. Alright, the new 3 types of jewelry are: you have agility. By the way, it's jewelry and weapons. Agility, endurance, willpower. So let's take a look at agility. So agility is going to give you, if you have 2 items of agility, you'll get max stamina. If you have 3 items of agility, you get 129 weapon damage. So it comes in the neck, and it comes in rings. So really nice set. Alright, let me show you the next one is endurance. So endurance, you have 2 items is max health. 3 items are stamina recovery. Once again, neck, rings, and weapons. So these are all now 3 sets. And the last one is willpower. So now on willpower, you have max magicka and spell damage. And once again, it's weapons, and it's a neck and 2 rings. Alrighty. Wanted just to show those to you. Going to move on to stones. Alright. I'll switch over my tune while I have you read something on the screen. Stones! Quick and easy thing. You kill mobs, they drop stones. You kill someone else, you take their stones. Right now it's 80%. It was 100% stones taken. Now it's 80. Well, that's not the important part. The important part to realize, there's a multiplier. And the multiplier is not based on time. It's based on how many stones you have. So, if you have 100 stones, you get a 2x multiplier. So instead of, 4 stones, now you're going to get 8 stones. So you get that multiplier. Well, if you have 1,000 stones on you, which is not that hard, you will get a 3x multiplier. And then if you have 10,000 stones, you get a 4x multiplier. Well, here's the thing. Switch out my tune here. If you get caught with 10,000 stones, that's going to hurt you, because you're going to lose 80% of 10,000. So that's not really good to have, not unless you're a fantastic anchor and you can kill anybody. But if you do 1,000 stones with the 3x multiplier and stick to the sewers and do not go up top but the sewers and kill rats, every time you kill a rat you have a 3x multiplier, and 1,000 stone is really worth the risk. So what people were doing on test is they would put their stones in their bank, because once they're in the bank nobody can take them. So as long as you store them in the bank, no one can take them. Used to be a minimum you had to have a 50, but people found a way around that, so ZOS took that away. So you could just put your how many stones you want in the bank. So what people were doing was getting over 1,000 stones, putting in the bank and taking out 1,000, going to the sewers, killing rats, get a whole bunch more stones, go back to the bank, drop them off, and rinse and repeat. Now, why is this important? It all goes back to, once again, how much money you can make. With the stones that you can get, you'll be able to buy mats, you'll be able to buy expensive mats, and use the stones for those things. You also can buy yourself armor. Some of the armor is good, some of the armor is crap. I haven't really shown you the armor yet, because they're kind of really still trying to figure out the armor sets that you can use with the stones and how much they're going to cost. Right now some people like the armor, some don't. If you look on my screen, which you don't see my screen, hey, how about that? So you stop reading that text. If you look on my screen, you'll see a box in the right corner. I have an X1 multiplier, and let's see if it shows up on my screen. So with this 1x multiplier, if I had 1,000 stone, you would have a 2x multiplier. So let's say you are going to farm mats, or you're going to try to farm, look around for the water, things like that, and you know there's a lot of gankers around. Put as low a stone as you can, so if they kill you, they get hardly anything. Don't walk around with large amounts of stones on you, not unless you're in a group and you know you're not going to die. So if someone's sneaky and safe, they can build up a rather large quantity of stones. ZOS said the average person should be getting about 1,000 stones an hour. That's the average. So we'll kind of see if that's really the average with 5 zillion people all trying to get the same mobs and kill them and get the stones. So that finishes the broadcast for today. I want to just go over a few points we've already done. Bags. Empty your bags. You remember I gave you a tip a while back showing you how to get rid of fish and millet. Well, you may have more than fish and millet. You may have tons of provisioning items. Now, by the way, real quickly, there are only 50 ingredients in the entire game. That's it. If you saved 3 stacks of each ingredient, that'd be 150 slots. That's not that much of a deal breaker. I mean, you could put that on an alt, and that's all you really need. A lot of people have so much provisioning stuff they don't know what to do. Well, this list here is everything you can make and sell to a vendor and make money. I've made $50K just selling my provisioning stuff to a market. So that is the last tip to give for today. So once again, clean your bags. Remember the water in Craglorn when IC comes out. And remember, start doing writs for blacksmithing, clothing, and woodworking. And it doesn't matter what level writ. Just save your reward and don't open it. Well, thank you very much. This show is brought to you by Skooma. Whether you drink it, or whether you decide to smoke it, you always will have a time you will forget. Thank you very much. Alright, everybody. Next week, we will cover more things, because this was only show number 1 of IC. I got a lot more to talk about, a lot more tips, a lot more tricks. So thank you all for tuning in. Do tell people to tune into my show. If you want to donate, then donate and I can upgrade my budget. Get better actors in here. Alrighty. Thank you very much. And have a wonderful day. It will be on YouTube as soon as the show is over here.